that zone, but they will follow Curry through. Unless you specifically have a guy to hand him off to, they don't just let him run through and have Steph Curry be no one's responsibility.
Rockets going over 3+ minutes without a made basket. Moody just missed his second three. And now Green and Şengün, extra pass. Eason in the corner, Cash. Good ball movement. Low scoring affair. Let's hear more from Lauren Jabara.
Guys, just on that, Jimmy Butler said after game 6, what do you need from the other guys on this team? He said confidence. Keep them confident. I keep telling them, do what you all are doing. Not only y'all, but it's on all of us. We're going to win.
Shot off.
Second made threes. Now 2 for 7.
Moody and Kuminga in, and the Warriors back to their zone.
Adams. Now Van Vliet working off the screen. Brooks that extra pass. Tari Eason in the corner drives. Eason scores a tough basket. Strong.
Jimmy is a connector. He's composed all the time, and he's helped me when I'm on the floor. He's helped our whole team because he makes everyone better. He said we found lightning in a bottle. Now we just have to sustain it for this 7-game series.
Say Butler, Lauren, thank you. He has unlocked this Warriors team in a significant way. Şengün, patient, can't challenge and travel. Rockets down 15. Thompson keeps adding to his
points. 6 of 6 from the line, as you see. He dismisses it, but playoff Jimmy is real. And then Thompson looking, searching, continues to dribble, kicks it back out. Eason, shot clock at 7. Eason, nice maneuver and lays it up and in. Tari Eason with a three-pointer and cuts it to 2. Richard is an elimination game, say from the team that's facing elimination. Like, how much do you think of that during the course of the game, that this is it, we could be out?
I think leading into it, as you see Van Vliet not.
Rockets playing a good, smart game, try and keep their season alive. Van Vliet gets inside, flips it up, and gets the bounce. 20 points.
2 of 3 from 3, 5 of 6 from the field, and 8 for 8 from the free throw line, and they're in the bonus. In their one win in game 2, they shot 80% from the free throw line. They have to knock it down from the charity stripe.
Or beautiful setup.
The counter move that Steve Kerr has made is having Adams guard a shooter that can step out and knock down the 3. Santos doing a great job back screening and then knocking down the triple.
Santos, who played only 1 minute in game 4 the other night in San Francisco. Here's Van Vliet. That's a deep 3.
In that zone they're playing.
Just hit the middle and spread out from there. You know, once it hits the middle, collapse, hits our shooters, and just make shots.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, Dennis, 5 turnovers by Golden State as Jabari Smith. Golden State to 45% shooting or less in their final 4 matchups in the regular season. And they held Golden State to 93 points per game in the 2 games that they won during the season. That is Smith.
6 early assists by Şengün today, which has sparked the Rockets offense. If you are a passing big, it unlocks a whole new dimension in your game.
Little Pau Gasol in him if you watch him play. Deft passer, Brooks, and he banks it in. Just 1 day now in between games for these final 3 potential games of the series. Not sure how long he would chase it, is how he put it. If this thing were to get out of hand, then that is exactly what has happened. So let's see what they can do here the first couple of minutes of the 3rd quarter.
Well, it has been the Rockets' day. You look at the stats, 69% from the field as Brooks gets the turnaround.
Starts to empty his bench. It's been one of those nights. Stephen Curry, 13 points. We just hopped on with us, and the Rockets. Shepard is going to be the inbounder underneath. Holiday will hoist and hit.
Trey Maddox in the replay center, Rodney Mott and John Butler. And here we go. The Rockets will begin things as we come up with Jalen Green. Van Vliet has had trouble scoring, although in the first quarter in game 1, sensational with 13 first quarter points. Green watches Şengün. And a good way to start. Gone 0 of their last 9 threes until that hit.
5 of 16 on the evening.
Van Vliet. Smith got an Adams screen. Looks for Steven. Grabs onto the ball. Şengün down low. Post is there. Şengün across the lane. Side. Dylan Brooks will knock in the 3 and 3 threes in this first half. After going 1 of 6 from 3 in game 3. Van Vliet 3.
How about the answer?
In the third, in the lane. It's Brooks. Şengün doubled. And he all three for Butler. Yep. 25 for Butler. 12 in the fourth quarter. Houston down by 3. Here's Şengün. Payton is on him. Şengün chiseling his way. Limbs got it to go.
Jemski knocked down the mini right over the top of him.
Well, there's an example, putting Şengün in ball screens and then with a nice mid-range pull-up by Podziemski.
So Green guarding Şengün to start the game, unlike Butler, who guarded him a couple of nights ago. Van Vliet has had a miserable series so far. Window.
And they moved everybody basically to the right side of the floor, got it in the middle to Gary Payton Jr. with Curry coming off to the right. He just kept it for that left-hand drive.
Eason inside, tough move and finish.
Oh, good.
Steph has run a little over 2 miles so far in this basketball game.
He has very, very few catch-and-shoot opportunities.
Boy, tough move by Green at the rim.
One of the places he makes an impact is on defense. He stays in front, draws a lot of charges, gets a lot of loose balls.
Thompson cross court, Van Vliet for 3. Knocks it home. Lead is down to...
They play Şengün on Moses Moody.
This is where you start to see the matchup start to prevail in a series in a best of 7. You get 1 game in, and then all the changes these coaches make. And then Thompson open in the corner, that's his spot. And Moses Moody has ripped off 2 threes here in this first quarter. And 6 minutes into this game, Moody much more aggressive shooting the basketball. That's a 3 down for Tari.
Golden State has defensive rebounds. This is Houston Rockets basketball.
Ime Udoka basketball as well. He brought that toughness when he arrived here prior to last season. Got this team back to 500, then a terrific year this year. That guy is special. The Rockets 52-30, finished with the 2nd best record in the West. Taking on the 7 seed, the Warriors coming out of the play-in, beat Memphis, and out of that, turn it over. First possession of this fourth quarter. Warriors got it to 11. And then the Rockets with a burst at the end of that third quarter. Jalen Green with a highlight dunk and a 3-pointer. Rockets lead is 16. Late clock here, down to 2, and Brooks in traffic. And Brooks' little turnaround jumper is good.
If the Rockets hang on tonight, you're going to have 3 of the 4 Western Conference series knotted up at 1-1.
Wolves, Lakers. Lakers had a nice answer after the Wolves won game 1. And Jalen Green.
Center Şengün, 8.6 rebounds, 6 apiece for both Butler and Curry. Second quarter is underway. Rockets with the ball, 3-point lead. Şengün on top. Post in the way. Line, points off turnovers, they're rebounding, they're scoring. I mean, in every statistical category, his presence has touched and improved the Warriors. Under 6 to go, Van Vliet dancing on Santos. It's Şengün on top, and they got Butler on him. Good move by Van Vliet. Right there on the switch is Butler, and Şengün will sneak inside.
Of him in the past, specifically against the Warriors when he was with Memphis. He has learned from that. He's not going to let that happen again. And Fred also told me, listen, our practices, they're intense. They're not for television, but they make us ready for this moment.
Good stuff, Allie. Curry 4 of 4 from 2, 0 of 3 from 3. Inside, Şengün and Luna. 10-point lead, and Curry with 25. What a stroke. What a game.
Draymond with his 6th assist here.
Adams and Brooks. Cutting Van Vliet, and inside Adams, who gets it to go on a nice
crushed on the offensive glass, but yet They're up 8 because of the three-point shooting, and they're able to make free throws.
Starting 5 is out there right now for Golden State. Amen Thompson swarm. Smith a 3. Jabari Smith hands. Each team with their starters on the floor. Here's Van Vliet. Tough night shooting for him. 3 of 16. Şengün. Shot clock at 7. Amen Thompson into Curry. Now Green. Now kicks. Van Vliet 3.
Finally, he had been struggling.
Katie, those shirts are large. Both my daughters have already requested them. If you have access, please let me know.
I think it's a team exclusive apparel option.
Aren't I part of the
team?
team?
Sorry.
And another layup. Team. And offense or defense? Yes. Both. Both. They did it all that quarter. Chris Marlowe, Scott Hastings, you just heard from him. Katie Winge is here also. Working the 124-103. Gonna be a happy plane ride home this afternoon, or this evening if you like. And the layup is good.
The entire North American sports scene that has put this Lakers franchise seemingly back on top. That he has. That game the other night was the first time that I've seen him show a little bit of vulnerability with the emotions, which was clearly an emotional night, and still play with long.
Everybody excited, the players, the fan base, everything just for the start and the kickoff of the playoffs. Man, that's some of the best basketball you're going to see.
Jalen Green, not sure how much longer frames.
I'm going to blow it up as a poster, then bring it back to L.A. and see if I can find him again. Good luck with that. Exactly.
Start of the fourth quarter here in L.A. David Roddy to the cup. Gets a friendly little bit.
For your service. Big game on hand. That said, it's not the usual suspects at all for the Houston Rockets. Amen Thompson, Fred VanVleet, Dylan Brooks, Jabari Smith, and Alperen Şengün are out. They're probably just getting ready for a postseason run. Big reason why they clinched the second seed.
With James Harden, you want to run him off the screen, so you want to trail him over the top. Cam Whitmore went underneath. That's a no-no when you're playing against James Harden.
Clippers trailed by 4 early. They lead by 9. The Rockets just 3 of 9 from the field. Tari Eason has one of those buckets, draws a crowd in the block. Inside to Whitmore, puts up the shot and drops it, and he is not without talent. To half win. I mean, they didn't know that Norman Powell would be where he is, Zoo would be where he was, but I really believe they underestimated the biggest one was James Harden. I didn't think they felt that he would carry this team the way that he did. 3 en route falls, and it's now 20. I'll say an outside shot that they are hosting round 1 in the playoffs. A lot of work to do, and a lot of things can happen between now and Sunday afternoon. But the Clippers have put themselves in that conversation. Former Clipper Jeff Green give him the ball this year.
Well, you know what has helped him too with that conditioning? What his conditioning has helped him with his multiple efforts on the defensive end. Speaking about efforts, Cam Whitmore. The jaw has a tendency on defense to get in the way, Brian. I know you wouldn't know anything about defense
or even about playing.